It's time for us to go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com if you want to find them online. 114th and Davenport if you want to find them in person. But Eagle Mortgage is the Cadillac and the standard, if you will, in the mortgage brokerage industry. And when I say mortgage brokerage, that's important because they're not a bank. They're not beholden to a bank. And so if you work with them, they will shop the market and find the best bank, find the best lending solution for you and your situation. It's September, and some people think, I can't buy a house in the fall. Wrong. It's actually a good time to buy a house. And before you get started, talk to the folks at Eagle Mortgage. Get your pre-approval letter, eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, a couple of news items. First of all, we got some big news for those of you who travel even just a little bit. You're going to be curious about this. The Omaha Airport Authority approved a slate of concessionaire and retailer leases as part of Eppley Airfield's $1 billion terminal remodeling and expansion project. And there are going to be some local favorites: Block 16, Fernando's, Runza, Scooters, Pitch Pizzeria, plus many others. Some of the national brands that will be in there will be Starbucks, Panda Express. Guy Fieri is going to have a chicken concept, and of course the normal airport retailers like Hudson News and all that sort of thing. Trenton, the significant thing about this is the whole experience post-security is going to get a lot better. Right now, the restaurant selection, once you get through security at Eppley, is, I mean, let's be honest, it sucks. It's absolutely terrible. And the reason for that was that terminal was designed long before 9/11, when all the security changed, and it's divided into two satellite terminals currently, although that'll change. So they can't really get much else in there. This will be a welcome change.
So there'll be one security checkpoint.
Correct.
For all planes. We're going to add a couple gates, and I think we're going to pick up a lot of direct connections, direct flights.
Yeah, it's looking like there should be at minimum of a handful more nonstop destinations, but probably a lot more than that.
But you also there's also a new concept to Omaha, which is Plum Market.
Yeah, in fact, it was kind of interesting because when this news broke, I happened to be traveling home, and I was going through a connecting airport, and shortly after I'd read the press release, I saw a Plum Market, so I went and took a few pictures of it. It was in Detroit, and yeah, big. It's kind of it's a cool concept because it's like an upscale convenience store, but then they'll put a bar in it and a restaurant component and a deli and coffee shop component. So I think that'll be a nice addition there as well. In other news, Creighton University broke ground on a new sophomore residence hall on the southeast corner of 21st and Cummings Street, across the street from the existing Dental College building. This residence hall will be 5 stories, 150,000 square feet. It'll house 400 students. Now, Creighton has been making significant changes to its North Downtown campus in recent years. I mean, earlier this year, they demolished a 10-story residence hall building from the 1960s that was no longer needed. But this new, and they built a new Jesuit residence for, the administrators and the priests that are part of the Jesuit order that work and run Creighton. And then this new sophomore residence hall that I referred to is expected to be complete in 2026. Right to the east of it, very, very impressive baseball and softball facilities as well.
And Creighton still has more land to develop. I mean, there's some people that have donated a lot of land around there, and they're definitely on a mission, and they've done a great job with that area.
Well, and finally, developers are moving forward with an apartment project on the southeast corner of 38th and Dodge. We told you about this a couple of years ago. It requires the demolition of 3 or 4 single-family houses. Some people weren't too thrilled about it because they were very, very cool brick houses right on Dodge. And then we were wondering, is that project still on? Because we hadn't seen any movement. Well, it looks like it is. The developer's moving forward. They had to kind of work through some things with the city, but it'll be 5 stories on top of 2 stories of parking, 132 residential units, 122 parking spaces. This is more of just all of the heavy growth and development of the urban core, and it'll essentially be on the north edge of the Blackstone district.
And this is the iconic vet office that was their veterinarian.
No, you're thinking that's at 43rd and Dodge.
Okay, good.
Yeah. This is an entirely different one, but that one you mentioned is another big urban core project, or at least on the western edge of the urban core. And that is your news for today, brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.